Hey there, Snap Happy Heather here. PD and I are out at Twin Lakes Park, and I thought today I might talk to you a little bit about night photography. So instead of hiking, let's have a chat. So night photography isn't really any different from daytime photography, except there's kind of an absence of light and you have to deal with that. You'll need to let extra light in by using your widest aperture available. You'll want to use long shutter speeds, and you will want to increase the sensitivity of your sensor. So that's all the things that you can control, and then you have to account for the problems those things bring. To get started, you'll want to use your widest lens. So that might be your kit lens at like 18 millimeters. If you have something in the 15 millimeter range, that's my favorite. 20 millimeters, 24 millimeters, your widest lens is where you want to start. Then crank up your ISO. This is going to introduce noise. Expect it, be okay with it. We'll talk later about how to deal with that in post. But you're going to want to go with 2500 up to 6400, something like that. Really crank it up. So we've chosen the wide field of view to let in lots of light, and then go ahead and open your aperture. If you can open it up to 2.8 or wider, that's great. And by wider, I mean a smaller number. So what this does is it opens up that little pinhole that your camera uses to let light in extra wide so that it lets in extra light. Last, you're going to use time to increase the amount of light that hits your sensor. So if you're shooting at like 24 millimeters, maybe try 20 seconds. If you have a 15 millimeter lens, you can try 30 seconds. If you're somewhere in between, try something in between. Now, because you've got that long shutter speed, the camera has a lot of time to pick up movement as well. So you're going to want to use a tripod and double check to make sure that your lens doesn't have some kind of vibration correction on it. There should be a switch on the side of the lens. You want to turn that off. Those features are great if you're handheld because they help to correct against any movement you would impart to the camera, but when the camera's on a tripod, there is no movement to correct, so it ends up giving you an out of focus image. Just make sure that when you're done shooting at night that you turn it back on, because it is handy to have in the day if you're hand holding. One last tip is to make sure that you know how to focus your camera at infinity before you get outside. Stars kind of live at infinity, so you want to practice this in the daylight with something that's basically at infinity, and make sure you know where that is on your lens. Right. So use your widest lens with a wide aperture of like 2.8 or 1.8, a high ISO, try around 4000, and a long shutter speed. Maybe try 25 seconds. That'll get you going on your first starry night shots. Good luck on your captures. If you have any questions about editing or even shooting, drop them in the comments below, and I look forward to chatting again soon.